So Jim Dick.
What is that?
It's
Okay,
a hard intro.
So,
Literally.
like I said,
Mm-hmm.
Evan tells me a lot of things that I think are common knowledge. And it's just him making up something that happens. And apparently, Jim Dick is one of them. What happens to your wieners when you guys work out?
They get sweaty?
It's just there.
Yeah, it's just there.
Yeah, it's just there.
It doesn't get smaller.
It does not.
No.
get smaller.
That might be called
Not unless you're just
no.
doing small dick
You might be
already.
projecting a little bit.
Yeah, like if you're just you go in with the same dick, you leave with the same one.
I want to leave.
Oh no.
Oof.
Also, looking at who's here today, I've seen this porno before.
Oh my god.
What?
I've seen this porno before.
I heard what you said.
Then why did you ask again?
So I wanted you to say it again.
I didn't.
Confirmed.
You're welcome. All right, so we've had a bunch of revelations today.
Okay, so Jim Dick, not a real thing.
It's not
One, somebody might have
Somebody might have Jim Dick.
permanent
I was
potentially.
Permanent Jim
I was
Dick.
thinking it's like somewhere along the lines of like gray sweatpant type of thing.
Right,
Like,
that's what I was
like
thinking. She would
the print or something.
Right,
yeah?
like
Yeah.
that would make sense.
Yes.
Like, oh, when you show up
Yeah.
in the gray sweatpants,
Yeah, like,
you got some
alright,
Jim
well, yeah.
Dick.
Yeah,
Like that makes sense.
I think
but
what they say is like, oh, that fucker has confidence.
Yes.
You're walking in with the gray
Right.
sweats and it's like, yo,
I
Fuck it.
thought it was because you
Or he's
have
gay.
blood pumping other places.
no, it doesn't pump there.
I mean,
like,
unless
what?
somebody's getting turned on while they work out.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's,
Maybe.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. All right.
There was one guy that I used to work train with, who we were convinced we were like, do you get horny when you work out? Because like it is aggressive. What is happening?
Maybe it's that pre-workout, and you never know.
I don't know what's in it, but
Nah, sometimes the pre-workout works against you.
It's that pre-workout Cialis.
hey, some of those bodybuilders take Viagra. man.
I'm not knocking it. They got to do something, right? Prevent Jim Dick.
It's the name of this episode.
Jim
Let's
Dick.
go.
Dick. GD.
GD. GD. Baby.
We don't
GD.
have to put acronyms on everything.
Okay.
Promise.
Well,
But-
then we'll
but
just spell it
also
out.
Literally Jim Dick. then.
Jim Dick. Yeah.
FPG.
Yeah. FPG all day.
Yeah. But also, let me give you another acronym.
All right. So, moving beyond Jim Dick.
I feel like it's an insult. Like, what's up, Jim Dick?
Oh my god.
Sorry.
You know, we could
Yeah,
use that for like a week before Ryan puts this out and people start listening to it.
It's true. Oh, it's good.
You know, why'd you have to throw an underhanded, like, that backhand
Can I
at me?
just point out that the 4th of July episode, or the shout out for 4th of July, I told him, and I even said it,
I listened to
this
that.
will probably go out after 4th of July. And he goes,
I
no,
had
it won't.
stuff
it's
to
gonna
do."
go on before or on the day. 2 days later. So
I
my
had
fucking
stuff
happy
to
4th
do.
of July to you guys was 2 days late.
I still like you.
I
Whatever.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Fuck you.
I love it here.
I try, okay? All right?
I can't knock you because I don't do shit besides talk shit. You do all the hard stuff. So, yeah.
Wink,
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 wink, wink.
wink. Blink,
Nudge, nudge.
blink, blink. It's both eyes.
Dude, people have probably exited the podcast by right
Oh,
now.
probably.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Probably. Yeah.
Just getting
So now
into
we can get to the nitty gritty.
Now we get to the good
Damn
stuff.
Jim Dickers.
Jim Dick. Goddamn Jim Dickers.
God damn it.
That's a weird. Someone say that comes off a little funky.
Didn't.
I would imagine it would.
See, when you said that, I was thinking I wasn't thinking the gray sweatpants thing,
Uh-huh.
but maybe just like, like a little stank from like working out.
Jim Dick, that also makes sense.
That's what
Yeah.
I
Like
thought.
the
I was like,
gr-
yeah,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, the groinal
Little-
area
little
smells
funk,
like...
yeah.
Yeah,
you
funky.
Get that funk.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, Sam. All
I
right?
feel like there's those memes out there, like from the Gains, where they're always talking about like
Oh,
that
there's
sweat
definitely
is
the
like
gains.
that sweat is like delicious.
Excuse me?
You haven't seen the Gains
No,
Instagram page?
I don't think so.
I've sent you a ton of shit from there.
Yeah, but I've never seen something about like.
I'm gonna send it
sweat
to you
and
now.
Dick or something like that.
Yeah.
No.
It's usually not dick. It's yeah.
Okay. Anyways,
You're not allowed to act surprised when you start throwing random stuff like this out. You started this, Sam. Just so you know.
I didn't
we're just
actually-
clearing up the
FPG.
air.
You did. You go,
Jim
you go,
Dick
what is
FPG.
Jim Dick?
Well, I was going to ask when it wasn't recording, but I was put under pressure. So.
No, Jim Dick.
Good save.
Yeah.
It's really good.
So anyway,
Yeah.
you might hear Samm and Ish are back on the show. Oh, thank you.
Back by popular demand.
Popular
which is
demand.
Very popular
Ryan's
demand.
mom.
mostly
really the only one that needs any
Yeah,
request.
I just
Yeah.
tagged along.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then Ish is just here.
Yeah.
It is.
Ish was working overtime.
That's true.
I just want to give a shout out to him.
Thank
Hard
you.
for that money.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully whoever hears this pays him for that.
that's true.
Meanwhile, this summer I'm watching Dr. Phil with no pants on for
Fuck
a few
yes.
hours.
You are living the dream.
it's true.
Yeah, I am.
Living the dream.
What's new with on Dr. Phil?
I'm rewatching like episodes from like 2014.
Let's
Oh,
go.
shit. Okay.
wow.
I've
You getting
Is Catch Me Outside Girl on there?
I haven't not yet.
Oh, okay.
No, I did watch that like live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was
when
wild.
she goes to like the weird like rehab horse camp thing?
Yeah, horse girl. Horse girl.
She a
vibes.
millionaire now. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, I can.
Fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. It's a rapper, right, or something.
Well,
Well, that's
only
you're
crap.
giving her a lot of
She
credit
turned
with that
18
stuff.
and then
Right.
she really got
Yeah.
her money.
That's true, yeah. That accountant page she opened up is pretty good.
Ah,
Yeah, she's an accountant.
She's an accountant. Yeah.
She's an accountant.
crazy.
What a wild thing that they have to do that. Because
Yeah.
it's like banks won't like fund shit like that.
Right.
Like that's
Yeah.
all. That's ultimately what it is. So
Yeah.
True.
they'll be like, yeah, I'm an accountant. That's why I get paid cash
Mm-hmm.
or whatever.
Pretty much.
But then also like, what banks are like, this accountant is making $2 million a month? Like what?
They're doing something right.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Ish, Sam, back on. Hello. Nice to see you, as always.
Yo.
What are we talking about? Sam had a request.
I did.
Your scrolling thingy.
What?
Spoilers.
Wow.
Damn.
Are you Sam?
Sorry. Just
I did
Just
want to talk
here.
about doom scrolling
there you go.
because I haven't gotten a good sleep in quite some time, and I think if I had to listen and look at some shit, everyone else gets to hear
Everyone
it too.
gets to.
I mean,
Because I'm not doing this journey alone.
you did send it to me, and I was very interested in it. I
That
read
was
that.
one of like 6.
This is
Why
fair.
did you
This
send
is
it
also
to
fair.
me?
Because we're in a text message group that says shit talk only.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
as I know,
Yeah.
you don't like shit talking.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
And I'm going to respect that. I'm going to respect that.
your secondhand information from Eric telling you I don't like shit talking
I mean,
No, I heard it literally from your mouth.
because I just defended somebody. You know I don't know that's anti shit talking.
You okay? Anyway, I'll deal with you later, Ryan. Okay. So,
All right.
is this another thing that Evan made up? Is doom scrolling a thing?
Yes,
Okay, great.
100%.
See, that's another example of like, did he make it up? And I'm just saying doom scrolling. People are like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
so I don't know what doom scrolling is, but from what you sent me, I kind of get the concept of it.
Yeah, it's like looking at shit that like is terrifying and awful, but like it's like a car crash, like you can't look away.
Right.
And I haven't gotten sleep in a minute.
It's also sometimes called being black pilled or
Black
doomer pilled.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's another fun one. There you go.
I like that
There's your
one.
Reddit/Twitch term for the
Okay.
day.
All right.
Okay, so it all started with when I take melatonin, which is only when I take a nap during the day. So that's every other day.
After your Dr. Phil marathon.
Yeah, I'm tired after that.
It's a
And
lot.
I'm already pantsless, so I might as well
Might as well just nap.
Just go for it right there. Just
You're already there. You just go horizontal.
So
she's
melatonin for some
already
reason.
It's just watching the TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, go on.
go on.
I'll like take melatonin, I'll fall asleep really fast, and then I'll wake up at like 1 or 2 a.m. And like I'll have an hour that I'm awake, and then I'll go back to sleep eventually. So I'm scrolling on Reddit as one does, and I follow this subreddit, Oddly Terrifying, which I should not, but here I am. And it started with this nightclub that was set on fire by like pyrotechnics.
A pyromaniac.
Not necessarily.
like-
like the fireworks inside.
The
Yeah.
the pyrotechnic
and it like
display.
set on fire.
Ah,
And this was like in the 90s.
This is in Miami?
No, it was 90s in like the East Coast,
Oh shit.
like Massachusetts or something. And someone had all of this shit on camera.
What?
So I saw it like catch on fire, and
this is like Live Leak. Do you know what that is?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw it like catch on fire, and of course there's volume, which I obviously
Turn that shit.
You got to turn it on
off.
all the way
listen
up.
to it.
Yeah.
And basically, like hundreds of people died because they didn't do like the single file line. Everyone, you know,
Panic. Yeah.
and the door is like rushed with people, just all trying to get out, and you just like it all of a sudden just kind of gets quiet because they're not screaming anymore.
Oh shit.
Traumatized.
But
But also, it's like, not that I'm trying to traumatize children, but
Right.
like sometimes they need to look at like what's going to happen if you don't calm down.
If y'all don't single file out this fucking door, this is what's gonna happen.
I just have it queued up and ready, just full volume.
yeah.
Jesus.
You
No,
piece
this
of
is-
shit.
All right, guys. Before fire drill today, I want you to watch this and understand what will happen. What are the consequences? if
Notice
you don't
on
listen to me?
1407, you don't hear anyone screaming inside.
And the volume
Let's
is
discuss.
all the way up.
Why?
But yeah, I don't know. That kind of set it off, that this whole doom scrolling thing, and I watched that whole thing. And
It seems like it's good for your health.
Educational purposes.
Research purposes.
Yeah.
Research purposes.
Now
For-
Sam
it's for
knows
the
what to
class.
do in case of a fire at a club.
Yeah.
and if I don't know how to do a fire drill with almost 5 years of teaching, something's wrong.
I'm just saying she's just advancing her education.
See, that's shit like that is why if I ever go to like a show or a concert, I'm like in the back by a door.
Same.
My back, or like if there's like giant crowds, like my back is against or up against something that's like
Same.
hard.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas I'm not gonna be pushed against.
I don't go in the pit anymore. Fuck all that.
I've seen Travis Scott not Travis Scott.
Oh.
Travis Scott, right?
Yeah.
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 That was-
I've seen that Astro World
Astro
video.
World, yeah.
We're just going dark and dark.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's gonna get worse.
I know
gonna
it
get
is.
worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested where this goes. This is taking me like back to like Wild West internet days of the shit that you would
Live
used to find.
Leak and
Yeah, like
E-Bombs World.
Yeah, there you go.
some of those things on there.
There's
uh,
another one,
Newgrounds,
right?
Faces of Death.
Faces
There
of
you go.
Death.
Yeah, there you go.
Or your Pain Olympics
That's
stuff.
dark as shit.
I don't.
Oh.
Pain Olympics. I didn't see the.
Oh, Pain
Never saw that.
Olympics.
Was that? Oh wait, was that like the broken bone fails and stuff?
Mm-mm.
Is
Oh,
that fake?
What?
No.
Pain Olympics? No, it's not. That is very real.
Okay.
I don't think I ever watched Pain Olympics.
Mr. Hands.
Mr. Hands.
Mm-mm. I don't. No.
I don't
Never
know.
ever
that
seen
one.
like that backyard wrestling shit that got dark. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I watched that
Yeah,
one,
all
or
that shit,
bum
yeah.
fights, or
yeah.
Kimbo slice fights.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Backyard
Those
Brawl.
one where
Yeah,
the dude's
backyard
eye
brawl.
was hanging out.
Oh, I
Remember
saw that
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
See, this is why I feel like the government really needs to pay for millennial therapy.
Why? I feel like I'm
Yeah,
well
I
adjusted.
don't understand.
Okay,
Oh,
just normal.
I haven't
It's just
punched
normal shit.
anyone's eyeball out.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
I know what to do during a fire.
Yeah.
the exposure.
Yeah, exactly. See,
I'm learning, if anything.
No, so
I
I'm
know
just
how
gonna
to knock
ask-
someone's eyeball out.
It's not the millennials. It's the Gen Zers that
Are they
have
after
the
us?
problems. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
See,
just
we
gonna
got
say,
desensitized.
I think all clubs should have a designated person that has a little sign that we all follow.
I feel
Out
like
into
those
the
are the ones that
parking lot.
set it on fire because it's a sparkler, and they're like, "Follow me."
Dude, if
No,
we
those
need
are
to-
just the
Everything else
bottle
is-
girls
Yeah,
when they're
if
like,
we
bottle
need to
service.
designate the bottle girls as like follow me, so be it.
sure.
I feel like they're the ones. I feel like they're just gonna get trampled by some panicked dude who's just like, "Get the fuck out of the way."
I mean, sure, maybe, but you
We'll
know what?
find
At
out.
least we have one person who's going to try,
Fair,
or a group
Fair.
of them who are going to try.
fair.
All right, my second.
Okay.
It's not that I'm like ashamed of this one because I don't teach World War II at all.
Okay.
I don't get that far. Didn't know about the USS Indianapolis.
Yeah, you can find some wild stuff about
Oh
World War II that
my
we do
God.
not talk about.
So the USS Indianapolis was set to deliver materials over to the east. And they didn't know what materials they were sending. Like, it was top secret. Even the people moving it, like, no one knew what it was. They dropped it off, came back.
Mm-hmm.
On the way back, they think they were going to another place on the east to kind of get orders from there. Nobody knew where they were. And they were also, like, marked safe and home. They never made it back
Oh shit.
because there were Japanese submarines in the water, even though the USS Indianapolis was specifically told there were no Japanese submarines in the water.
I believe it was a diversion, wasn't it? It was meant to attract
Oh, they were a sacrifice.
pretty much.
So, yeah, so these kinds of submarine missiles were operated with human beings, like with a human being inside.
Oh,
and it is it's like a kamikaze,
Suicide, yeah.
but in a submarine. Hit the USS Indianapolis. They go down. Has anyone seen Jaws?
Yes.
Is that a
Yes.
is that a popular movie?
It was. It's about
Are
a
you for real?
tornado.
Oh, that was the independent one with the
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Spielberg, right?
Right.
Yeah, it was like one of his first films.
Absolutely.
Something like that.
Yep.
Yeah, what about it?
That speech that he gives right before they like. So I just double checked his name. Just Robert Shaw.
Mhm.
He's the one that gets his legs bit off. At
I
the,
mean,
end,
no, he gets
at the end of the movie.
he gets completely.
Yeah, no, he goes. He's talking about the USS Indianapolis in that speech right before, like that really terrifying speech. Didn't know that until a couple days ago.
Yeah. He goes,
So
100 men went in the water.
exactly,
Sharks was in the water.
and like 300 came out or something like
Yeah.
that. So like some go down, obviously, and then some are left floating in the ocean. There's a lot of men just treading water.
Mhm.
Oh, do you know this story?
I know it from Jaws.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the older guys like start to lose their shit, like mind wise, because they already know they're fucked because no one knows where they are. So they kind of start losing it, and then the younger men, obviously, and people that are injured are bleeding in the water, and here comes the sharks. So I think it's like the worst shark attack. Like, I don't know if it's in history, but these sharks were pulling them underwater. Like it would be like at night, and you could hear like your
It's like somebody next to you just being like, "Oop," disappeared.
no, more like
Screams of
no.
death.
So you would
And then
hear
bubbles.
like them shrieking from sharks pulling them underwater at night, and you could feel them like brush up on your feet.
Yeah, I would have lost my shit too.
It's
Fucking
sick.
drown
I
me.
would have
Just
slipped
fucking-
my
Yeah,
like
just
DT
fucking
is
drown me.
terrible.
people that tried to like slit their throats.
Off
They
them, delete
they were
themselves.
like trying to swim away from them because it's like fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
like, this is like
don't
a
take
chum
me
bucket.
down with
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
So that one destroyed me. That was
that's pretty rough.
difficult to hear.
Yeah,
And then the diver,
sharks in the water.
the blue hole diver.
Blue. Sounds like another video you were telling. Video you've
Yeah.
seen in the past. I'm
The
saying.
blue hole diver. There's this Russian diver. Don't know where the blue hole is. I don't know what country.
You're not the first one to have a hard time finding knowing where it is. Either, so it's okay. You're not the only one. Don't be ashamed.
The fact that it's named blue hole pisses me off, but whatever. Here we are.
Eventually.
He was asking a bunch of like fellow divers, like, "Will you dive this with me? Because it's super dangerous." It's like, have you guys seen those signs? Like, they're all over the internet of like, warning, do not like.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is a huge thing of death.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure blue hole has it.
Is it in Belize, the Great Blue Hole?
My understanding. is
Oh,
blue hole
yes.
is deadly.
This thing.
Yes.
Or it can be deadly.
hmm
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah.
That's enough. You too. All right. So he's asking people to dive with him because you shouldn't be diving this shit alone. No one wants to dive with him because they're like, "Hey, you need to wait until we're ready." And he's like, "No, I'm leaving for Russia in 2 days. I'm
Yeah,
going to do
as
this by
one does.
myself." So he goes and dives by himself, not realizing that he's not regulating his water going further and
Oh,
further
shit.
down. As you go further down, if you're not regulating your oxygen well enough, you start to get kind of like drunk,
Yeah.
like intoxicated.
Yeah.
It's called the
You-
bends.
Yeah.
No, the bends is when you
No,
come
go
back up.
Down is
Oh.
oxygen drunk or,
Mhm.
or
Just
whatever the fuck it's
depletion.
called.
So he gets down to a certain point and realizes that like he can't get back up.
Yeah.
They found his cam, and that's what I saw.
Damn.
And you can hear him trying to
I think I read something. about
like
that.
go for oxygen.
Yeah, not too long
You could
ago.
just you can hear him. Yeah.
First of all, deep diving. Fuck that.
No, yeah, I'll scuba dive because I'm at the surface, or not scuba, snorkel.
Yeah.
At the surface.
You go Northland?
Look at some turtles, some fish. Cool.
That's
Back
it for
on the
me.
beach.
Call it a day.
Back on the beach. Let's go.
I wanted to get a scuba diving
License.
license back when I. God, I had so many dreams. Just so naive.
We all did.
But the whole thing was in Reno, you weren't allowed to get your scuba license until you were to scuba dive in Tahoe at night. And I was like, I will not be doing that.
How come?
What
Is
is
that
your
I
night?
want
Is that night scary?
It's like the ultimate test or something.
Yeah.
I And you know what? To be honest, Jaws kind of fucked me on that one. When he goes underwater and that head pops up at night.
Yes.
Also realized a few years ago that I also have submechanophobia. So I don't know what's in. It's like man-made objects like submerged in water that shouldn't be there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Makes me like sick and nauseous.
Got it.
And the fact that I don't know what's in Tahoe, especially at night,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm out.
Fuck all
I can't
that.
do that.
I got you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. I got you.
So,
Nothing.
Say it, pussy.
Oh. Nah, it's all good.
so that was another one. But like the camera, I was
Hey,
like, oh.
You
God.
were really going down some dark paths
I was
here.
having
She's
a
not
rough
done
day.
yet. Yeah, there's more, I think.
Well, there's yeah, but
I
still.
tried to make
like,
light of one. I hope we get to that one.
It's why?
The
Why
Nutty
do you
Putty,
do this?
the Nutty Putty Cave.
The Nutty Professor.
Another name I wish didn't exist that way, but it's the cave. It's the cave diver. That one sent me. I think we can talk about all the different ways to die after this.
Yeah.
Because I think that's that's an important conversation to have.
Oh, absolutely.
Sure.
But this one, I texted everybody but Ryan.
Is that the one you sent in the chat?
Yeah. So there was this guy, and I think his brother or his cousin, or they're related, in Utah. They go out, and they were cave divers. They do it all the time in Nutty Putty Cave, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes into this cave, and he sees what he thinks is called the birth canal. Yeah.
Fuck that.
So he thinks it's the birth canal, and then the birth canal in Nutty Putty Cave is doable. It's very famous, right? So he thinks it's that, and it's not, and he gets
With the
stuck.
wrong hole.
Yes,
that.
he gets stuck head first, and the more he like breathes in, the more he slips, and when he breathes out, he's stuck. So his brother or cousin or whatever tried to pull him up, and then pulling him up and then going back down, he made it like further and further down. So then they went and got help and used pulley systems because 2 kids got stuck at that same spot and
Jesus
did rescue
Christ.
them. So they used this pulley system. The fucking pulley snapped
Oh,
and
fuck.
they can't get him out.
Thumbs up.
So he had a heart attack. It was like 18 hours later.
Yeah.
He's still there.
28.
Wait.
He was trapped for 28 hours.
20. Okay.
8.
28. 21?
28.
Shh.
2, 8.
Thank you. 28.
You're welcome.
Could you not hear it?
All right, I'm going to shift over here. You've been shunned.
I made some good headway on those jokes.
Anyway, yeah, his body's still there because they poured cement in it.
Oh yeah, you told me.
They never, they never got him back.
Ooh,
out.
there's a documentary about it called The Last Descent.
Yep, that's.
Oh, that's the movie you were talking about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they made the documentary about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like 21 hours.
Or is that the movie you were talking about?
No, 21 hours is the James Franco one.
yeah.
That's
It's
the one where he
27.
got stuck on
20.
his arm.
27 hours.
Got stuck.
Was it
127
his
hours.
arm or his leg?
His arm was stuck. And
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I haven't
He
either.
sawed it off.
He
Yeah.
sawed
It's
it.
really cool. Like in a weird way.
In a weird way, it's
not cool and like
not
awesome.
Yeah, and like not that part specifically, but like
It's a really
the
good
whole movie
Yeah.
is a good movie.
So we have a few ways to go.
Yeah.
Fire.
Mhm.
Fire and McClure.
Mm-hmm. In
Whatever, just fire. Sharks.
Uh-huh.
Drowning.
Uh-huh.
Cave diving.
Cave diver.
Let me just go off. The birth canal thingy,
Golf Queen.
as always. There are videos of people doing going through the birth canal. I have never been so claustrophobic in my fucking life than seeing someone do that.
I think I'm
So-
claustrophobic.
The way they do it, it's doable, but I saw how they did it, and I'm like, no way. Like you couldn't pay me enough money in this world to do that one time. And also, who did that first? And was like, this
Somebody
sounds
said,
great.
"Hold my beer."
No,
It's
for
hold
real.
my mead.
Hold
How,
my mead.
how do you just go in there and be like, let's just see? You can't turn around.
Pretty sure the first guy didn't make it out though.
Second guy was like, "I got this."
Sees the first guy, and is like,
Yeah. You,
Whoop.
You're supposed to do this.
Well, I
Yeah,
should
like,
go
you
back
can-
now.
Just like, you can-
People are stupid.
you can look up the guy doing going through the birth canal, and I think I was more horrified by that.
Yeah.
The worst way to die for me is the cave diving one.
Cave diving that's pretty horrible. Being stuck upside down.
I
No,
dive,
but
like,
not-
I would die
not-
by like panic.
Wait, which one?
Cave
The-
diving.
the last one.
That's the
The
worst
last
way
one.
to go for
Yeah.
me.
Ah, really? I feel like the drowning would be the one that would be the
out,
worst.
Out at sea is like terrifying too.
Although he was oxygen high, so maybe it was just like
No, you are still.
I don't know, man. I
suffocating.
wouldn't want to get eaten by a shark at night.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of panic, but you'll go into shock almost immediately. And you pass out.
I feel like you do the same thing. You go into long sleep when you're drowning.
So I've heard
You're just
right
like-
before you die with
Well, I can't
drowning,
swim,
there's
so I'm
like
fucked
a
anyway.
piece.
There's that.
Well, there's like the idea that like when you are about to die, or there's like that big release of like DMT,
Mhm.
right? You kind of get like euphoric, like crazy euphoria, allegedly. So that
So
might
we've
be
had-
like something. But yeah, as ever.
Low key, I think fire might be the one for me, a way to go.
Of
That
these
would be-
options, that's the one
Yes.
that you would choose.
Smoke inhalation, that'll get me out.
Yeah, you usually pass out from
Yeah.
oxygen
So,
deprivation.
if,
True.
like, if
Yeah.
I was burned at the stake, I'd be like, bring it on, bitch. By the time they got the fire got to their fucking feet, they were already dead.
Well, they were passed out.
Yeah, but like, they're not gonna feel anything.
Yeah. Fun fact: movies don't do justice with that stuff.
Yeah.
Because they show people
They're
like
all
They're
show
like,
people,
yeah,
screaming.
alive and screaming. It's like, nope, there's a lot of smoke that goes in, and
Superman
they've got
ones.
nothing else to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
unless there's
literally
Snoop Dogg, right? Unless there's
something,
Snoop
yeah.
Dogg, he's like, I got this.
He's like, I've been preparing for this my entire life. Anyway, I just had a lot of thoughts about this, and it's been stewing in my brain for
Yeah.
a good 2 months.
2 months?
I've been doom scrolling for a minute.
Are you doing that tonight?
No, don't do that to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
you should-
just stop. Don't.
Yeah,
Don't. I don't
Just
know.
listen, I don't ask for this. It's,
No, but you
I,
could.
don't, I don't go out of my way and go like, what am I just gonna get fucking terrified of? It shows up on my Reddit, and that's what doom scrolling is. I can't help it.
I feel like you should not have unread it.
Mm.
No, that's not an option. I need to look at my anti-work subreddit. Thank you.
Come on,
Don't open
fucking
Reddit.
idiots.
But it's not.
Yeah.
What kind of stupid
Such
thing
a
are?
stupid suggestion is that don't open Reddit,
Fuck.
you moron.
Okay, if I have like a time release for Reddit, Ish has a time release from shopping at night.
I'm shot that now.
What? Why you gotta throw him under the bus for
I'm
your
shopping.
problem?
He shops 24/7. It's not
Yeah,
true.
there you go.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Also,
No, I don't.
This isn't an
shop at
intervention.
night.
Because if someone's going down, if I'm going down, someone else is going down with me.
This isn't an
You're
intervention for
drowning,
Ish.
not me. Why am I drowning?
Ish ain't even getting in the water.
First of all, I can't swim.
Yeah, he's turning left the whole time.
Exactly.
And I did try to
Fuck.
teach you.
It didn't go out because one of the paddles wasn't working. Oh my god! I did go in a circle. Let's be real.
I don't know what the hell you were doing, to be honest.
You don't know
Oh!
Exactly.
You really don't know how to swim?
I do not. We tried. Well,
Bro, I'll teach you. I could teach you how to swim.
no, she was teaching me, but
He can't like tread water. Like he
I
can hold
I
his
can't
breath.
float. I
No.
can swim across.
Treading water. Floating is a whole different thing.
Training water's easy.
I think we just. It's not that he can't. I think it's just put into practice.
Mhm.
I haven't practiced.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Let's go. Let's go to a pool.
Let's go somewhere comfortable. Let's go somewhere comfortable for Ish.
Question, Eric. Not that I was like looking at your bathroom, but I was obviously eating, so
Uh-huh.
I had to look at something.
Right.
Do you have a shower or just a tub?
No. So that one in my room is just a tub, but the shower is over here.
Okay.
In
Because I was like, is this motherfucker taking baths every day?
Bubble baths
Fuck.
with bath
That's a
bombs.
lot.
Hell yeah.
And there's jets in there.
I was thinking Sonic lens, but sure.
Lush had really just a chokehold on everybody for a minute.
With the
This is a cool
Yeah.
thing, like a boomerang, the fucking.
Oh, yeah.
bath bomb. I remember.
Oh,
that.
guilty.
Oh yeah. I remember
Fucking
that.
guilty.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
What?
Yeah, that's
Bath
yeah, the
bombs.
whole
No, I
The
know,
bath-
I know, but
the
what do you-
company.
like
They had a-
dropping the
Yeah.
bath bomb like on Instagram, like doing a boomerang and just like letting. it
Oh.
fall.
I thought it was, for some reason, I was like a boomerang shaped bath bomb.
No, no.
I mean, probably out there.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Only sold in Australia.
You know, they had the Aboriginal
Yeah,
bath bombs.
those are. Yeah, everyone was doing that. Just like everyone was baking during the pandemic.
Except
Everyone
yours
learned-
truly.
Everyone learned how to make bread.
Yeah, but it was banana bread. Everyone learned
Yeah,
how
it
to
was
make banana
bread
bread.
making.
What was your quarantine, like thing?
Start.
Oddly, I feel like my brain cannot like remember those like 2 years, but I don't know why. Like it's anytime we look back and like, oh, that was 7 years ago, and you're like, that was like 5, because I just can't. I don't know.
Started a podcast actually. Yeah, we did a wrestling podcast. I know that. And then,
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. You did a what now?
A wrestling podcast.
What the fuck?
Wrestling.
How are we
Wrestling.
just hearing about this?
I don't know. You never asked.
Motherfuck.
We never asked about.
we
it.
had a- we-
Hey Ish, by chance, have you made a wrestling podcast?
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't naturally pop up in conversation.
I probably should have opened up with that.
You
last
should have,
time.
yeah.
Hey guys,
Hey guys, I have a wrestling podcast.
Do you still do it?
no, not that. So it was like 3 of us. Wait, was it? 3 of us. One of them that moved to Portland, got a girlfriend, and he just ditched the whole podcast. He was the one doing all the editing. Yeah, he was doing all the editing, and he's like, "All right, guys, well."
I'm out.
And then and the funny thing was that they started like him and my other friend. They kind of like they just started creating a beef. There was really nothing that they just said like, "You dropped this because of your girl." And he's like, "No, I didn't." Like, yeah, you did.
Sounds like he did.
Yeah,
sounds
no,
like
no,
he
yeah.
definitely did. So that was funny. I really didn't have time for it at some point. I was like, "Fuck, I want to watch this episode right now." Like, I'd get home late, so
Yeah.
the last thing I wanted is like watch this just to review it. I'm like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not making money off of this. It's fine.
Wait, how much do you know about wrestling? Like a decent amount?
Somewhat, yeah. But these guys knew their history, so they would like start off with a fun fact or history shit. Like on this day, I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? I'm just like,
We should have.
I would literally throw in that's crazy or shit like that. What used to be or what is now, whatever.
You were effectively the soundboard guy.
Literally just like, yeah, pretty much blah blah. Like just agreeing shit. I'm like, yeah. And then I wouldn't
Oh
even.
god.
And then I wouldn't even watch I would watch the highlights and be like, oh yeah, dude, like I think you did this, blah blah blah. But then they would just like carry on, so I would piggyback off like their shit. So I'm like, all right, cool. But after a while, I'm like, dude, I can't fucking do this. Like, I have to get home at this time to watch it, and then we're doing it right after the show ends. So I'm like,
You're like, I only sleep 2 hours as is.
I wasn't sleeping at that during quarantine. I didn't sleep. Yeah,
You
during
just
quarantine,
waited.
Literally just.
He just stood in his room,
like
T-posing.
I wouldn't sleep. Not like I do now, but it was the worst. Yeah.
Were you doom scrolling?
No, I have I keep getting the alert that somebody's AirPods are in my notifications.
I mean, I have AirPods in my
Actually
backpack.
too, but no.
But I've never gotten yours. Like when you have them and like my phone keeps going, oh, AirPods available. It can track you. Like how's an AirPod gonna
I don't
track
think
me?
you've ever used mine either, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know how this is working. It just keeps going, oh, you're being tracked by an AirPod. Okay. I'm not linked to any AirPods.
Ryan, what did you do during quarantine? Like something that you picked up?
I picked up this, and then skateboarding again,
Okay.
and
Do a kickflip.
there's video
Oh,
of me doing a
shit.
kickflip that I do not have access to
That's crazy. That's
because Ish won't send it to me.
Oh shit!
jump on iPhone, dude. Let me airdrop it to you.
I don't have AirDrop.
We know.
Hey, dude, you do it on your laptop, right?
I don't know how to use it.
Well, then, yeah, I'll send it like.
Show me how to do it.
After this is done, I'll send it to you.
Perfect. Done. There we go.
Hold it hostage.
I just kept telling him,
That's
just send it to me
true.
on
Yeah.
WhatsApp.
What?
You could have just sent it to me on WhatsApp.
No, quality lowers, dude.
It doesn't.
I want you to show your kickflip in full HD, dude.
Hey, when you post your kickflip, can you put a filter on it?
Obviously.
I don't fucking
Sepia.
care for that one, dude. I'm not using it for like anything. Like, you can
But
do
I want you
whatever
to tag
want.
ECAPs too.
Obviously. I'm going to
I
go
will-
photo grid.
I will not.
I'm gonna
Just really up the contrast on that.
Oh, dude.
Don't even piss me.
It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, God.
This is just gonna record
I
it.
hate that. Like,
I'm going to make sure all the shadows are like
let me just let it out now.
real enhanced.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, like I fucking hate that. Like it takes me forever to edit, and it's like somebody's just gonna literally paint all over my masterpiece
Yes.
per se, and I'm just like, cool. Like I definitely put people on shit lists because
Yeah.
of that. So it's like,
Fuck me, right?
yes. So my thing is like, I'm not gonna. I think it doesn't like make me question my skills. It's more of like you really just. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're tagged in it and you're like,
Oh.
dude, I didn't do that though.
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys know I'm not an asshole, so that I'm not gonna like say anything. I'm really not. I'm way
That's
too
how
fucking
you-
nice. Like that's the thing. You literally just said it on the way here.
What?
You're too nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why.
Yeah.
So obviously, recently somebody did it, and I'm just like, fuck, like, we're cool, but anyone else, I probably would have been. I was a dick to that some other dude that did it. And I'm just like, hey man, like shit like that.
Please don't do that shit again.
Just don't tag me.
Yeah.
Like, just don't tag me. Do whatever you want. Just take my name off that.
Yeah.
I don't want people to think that's what I do because that was really shitty.
Yeah.
It looked cool until it didn't.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, all right, well, fuck it. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's easier to walk away from it, but it does piss me off.
So the one you showed me earlier this week?
No, this was a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this was a while back. Yeah,
Did they
you
want to
remember
do pictures with you again, and you're like, look, you just can't.
No. This was somebody that I just hooked up that was at a comp, and I just like hooked them up with a photo, and like they put this like fucking super blue ass.
You showed me that one.
Yeah, but that wasn't recent.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was
I just remember.
And then I remember I showed you what I told him, and I'm like,
Yes.
hey, dude, like I literally was straight
Yes.
up about it. I'm like, all right, cool. Anyway, and like I know you guys do it to fuck with me. I know you do it to fuck with me, but
Me?
no,
Never.
never. What are you talking
Wow.
about? And then I know you've never done it, Sam, so. But that's the hardest part. Like if it's somebody I know, it's like fuck, dude.
I wonder if because your photography is getting like way more well known, especially when people hire you, it's time to start doing contracts.
Yeah,
I,
I'm working on that.
I would put it in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Absolutely.
And it's like the fact that I have to even post it, like saying, hey. So even screenshotting is already like
Ugh,
fucking hate.
You
that.
hate that.
Because obviously quality lowers.
Yeah. You're just like,
And
I'll send it to you.
It's like, yeah, my thing is like, it's not to sound cocky, but it's like my eye will catch this like like in seconds.
Yeah.
Like it could be 2 shades. Or
Oh
1
man,
shade
I
off.
remember when that thing when you posted or you showed it to me and then it got posted. You were like,
Yeah, and you're like, what do you mean?
yeah. I was like, I looked at you and you're like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, what? And you go, and I was like, it looks a little blue. And you're like, yeah,
Like Smurf.
yeah.
No.
And then he showed me the actual
Yeah.
photo and I was like, oh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah, I think like now that I'm like gaining momentum
Yeah.
and everything's happening, it's like, yeah, that's what I needed. I take it seriously from the jump.
Oh yeah,
And you guys know how detailed oriented I am.
Oh,
with
yeah.
all that. So
fucking hours on end.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
they put like turnaround
literally
time.
was just doing that before this. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's like one of the shittiest things about it. Like you can't stop people from doing it, and it's fine. But I think it's one of those things where it's like you're on my shit list. And It's fine. Fuck it. I just won't work with you again.
Yeah.
It's fine. I think it's gotten to the point where it's like the people that want to work with me, if you've done it before, I'm just like my last client, I literally told him like, hey dude, like
I don't
Shit
mind
like
working
this.
with you. But
yeah, and I
Don't
told remember I
fuck
told
with
him
my
like, yeah, I
photos.
told him like literally, if you want this, let me know, I can do it because that's what you're paying me for,
yeah,
and you can't do the work that I can do.
And also, my thing too is like, you wanted me to do it.
Exactly.
You know what it's gonna look like. Well,
Yeah.
why are you changing what you wanted?
Yeah.
Like, or what you said you wanted?
100%.
And
Like,
Do you ever do like a sample? Like be like, hey, here's a video or like
That's
a
true. And just
picture,
be like, do you want anything? Like,
yeah,
and like be like, here's how I would edit this so you can get an idea of like what it's gonna look like.
Yeah,
assuming
that's-
they don't know.
that's literally what I sent the last person that did it, and she's like, oh, that looks great, I love it. I'm like, cool. Did you though?
filter.
Did you after you?
Fucking filter.
No, the thing was that, oh god, cool person down, cool, you know, tells me like, hey, yeah, like I took it down, I reposted. I'm like, all right, great, look at it.
Yeah.
Same fucking thing.
No.
Like, dude, you're not gonna fool me. Like,
Yeah.
Not that you're trying, but I know what that should look like.
Yeah.
I know.
You're like,
what-
I have the original.
Exactly. and I don't even need to look at the original. I can even, like, when I show anyone else, it's like, well, it's not that different. Like,
Yeah.
but here's what I think happened in that circumstance. Was it only one picture that was different?
No.
Was all of them?
No.
Never mind.
It was the whole.
it was like a school.
It was the whole
No, I
slide.
know.
Yeah.
We're gonna
But
be we're gonna be like somebody's like they might not have the eye to notice.
I was-
No,
something.
because sometimes when you post something on Instagram, it saves in your camera roll,
Mm.
and like
That's possible.
they might have like
posted
put
the
the
exact
wrong
same one
photo,
again.
because if they can't really tell,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
But
That's
I can
the
see
thing.
that, like, the first time they post it, and then it saves the copy of
Mhm.
yeah, so I could see that too. But it's like,
Yeah.
at that point, I wasn't going to be like, hey, it's the same one.
Right.
Yeah, it's
At that point, I didn't repost it on my
No.
own.
You got to let it go. You
Yeah.
sold it. You got to
Yeah,
let
I'm
it
like,
go.
fuck it. You paid
Yeah.
for it, cool. What I won't do is people ask for like the raw file. of it,
Nope.
And I'm just like,
Mm-mm.
no, because you're paying me to edit unless you're like, hey, can you give me these? I'm like, yeah, but just don't tag me.
Yeah.
Do whatever the fuck
Yeah,
you want with them,
yeah.
but don't tag me.
Here's.
But even then, I
This-
still won't give you that.
And
You really gotta start doing contracts.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, put
Yeah.
that shit in the contract.
But I was gonna say maybe because like we're all saying it's the untrained eye, right? People throw a filter on because they think it's enhancing it, whereas like what you've shown us, your work, the actual photo, the time you put into it, it's just like we see the color correction, we see the lens flare, we see everything that you put into it, everything, all the saturation cutting out where it needs to be cut out, and not everybody can see that, so they're just like, let me throw this fucking thing on and it'll look pretty, and to your trained eye, you're like, what the fuck did you just do that for? I just spent a fucking 6 days deleting all that, and you just threw it back on.
Well, it's also like the aesthetic of a photo is subjective. So like Ish has obviously you have your professional eye, but you also have your own like style that you're going for, to some degree, right? Not everything, but for the most part, right? You got your own flair to it. So like there's a subjective viewpoint to it where like Ish might have a photo that he's like, this is perfect, and he's like, this is my what's it called, like magnum opus, ready to rock. But someone else might be like, yeah, but like I like a little,
extra too.
like let's do this a little bit, right? And to them it looks better.
But then,
you know what I have to say to that? Then take your own fucking picture. Don't fucking waste my time. You don't need my fucking
but they're
$3,000-$4,000
but then
camera for that.
that's where I think the sample could come in, so that he can fix it the way they want to, but correctly. You know what I mean?
But that's more. If you go that route, you charge more.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I have to redo it,
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
you pay for the
that'll be on the contract.
Yes.
Corrections and everything.
Corrections will require fees, and
It'll say everything. Don't fuck with it. But
at the end of the day,
you can't stop it.
Nope.
You just can't stop it, and it's fine. Like it bugs the shit. I mean, I can
Absolutely.
easily say pet peeve. Like when people edit my shit, don't do it. But whatever. I literally have to like post it now. Like when I posted shit, I think I did it once, and I felt like an asshole. But I'm just like,
no, I remember the
you
post.
that?
Yeah, it was like,
should I do? So like,
if you want the fucking shot, fucking DM me. I'll fucking send it to
I
you.
would
Don't
rather-
fucking screenshot.
I'll send it to you rather than have you fuck with it. Like,
Oh
I
my
will
God.
take the extra time to be like, hey, here's the original. Here's how it should look.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. No, that was fucking great.
I think that's the frustrating part to that. But other than that, I mean, whatever.
How did we get on this topic?
I don't know. I just said, fuck. You know what? I got to get this off my chest.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
true off my chest.
True.
Cuckoo truth.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, I was gonna say, keep
there might
venting.
be more. But
I
Keep
think
venting.
it's funny how
you know
What? What I missed?
sepia and shit.
Oh,
I think it's just funny
I
when-
can't wait.
I think that was good when you trolled me. I was like, mother. That was hilarious.
I like the pet peeve conversation.
Oh, pet peeves.
Well, that's mine.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's more too. But
It's just the
Go
current
for
one.
it. Go. Who's next? Sam?
No, it's Eric.
Pet peeve.
Let's make it gym related.
Oh, I know.
Oh, do we really want to go
One,
there?
Just one.
Just one?
Do we all get one?
Gym, not.
Right. No.
Okay, we
no,
all
no,
get
no,
one
no.
gym one.
Yes. Can I talk about yesterday? No, Wednesday?
Ah.
You weren't there for it. I almost killed somebody.
Yeah, it was my forced rest day.
I almost
I know.
Pantsless while
fucking
he got me
killed somebody.
Again.
So, my pet peeve in the gym
I don't even know what happened.
is when you don't have spatial awareness
Oh.
and you are literally crowding my workout area. Like, on top of me, workout area. Let me explain.
Please.
So the workout was 7 rounds, power cleans, and toes bar. Toes bar power cleans.
Was it 7 rounds?
It was 7 rounds. It was supposed to be 3 minutes of 7
Doesn't
rounds,
matter.
and it was supposed to be cut into 90 seconds, and then you get 90 seconds of rest. I remember it all because it pissed me off.
The people need to know.
So
Details.
I had,
All our 15.
just like we normally do, set up our barbell, set up my spot on the rig, got my water bottle, my grips, everything in line just to turn around and fucking knock this out.
1 second. Were you taking a class?
I was.
Okay, so you were like in a class.
I was
it
in a
wasn't
class.
on your own. Okay.
Nope.
Good
Yeah.
job.
You may
I can
proceed.
vouch for that.
We took it together.
Yeah.
Cute.
At the call of, okay, let's get started, I turn around to go put on my grips and jump up on my bar, and there's an athlete standing there. And I go, hey, that's my spot. And he goes, "Oh, I'm here now."
I don't remember that.
Being the coach, I said, "Okay, fine." Grabbed my grips, walked over. Ish,
I'm here.
We're like, "Fuck it, let's do it." I'm like, "Cool, I've got a community right here. I'll get over it.
Yeah.
We'll do our toes."
I was asking you too after that. I'm like, hey, where are you going now?
Yeah,
Because I did see that you moved.
yeah. At 3, 2, 1, go. This athlete cuts through all three of us to go to the bar next to me. We were all about to kick the shit out of him at 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. I'm going to breathe. Let it go. 3 rounds go by. I'm hopping up, doing my toes to bar. I turn around to knock out the last 4. I go to swing my feet, and he walks right in front of my rig. And I didn't want to kick him. Not yet. Didn't want to kick him. So I jumped down from the rig. I looked at him, and I said, "Yo, watch where you're going." Continues to his bar. 3 rounds later.
This is so overly
Oh my
dramatic.
3 rounds later,
Daddy's mad.
I was
Daddy.
pissed. I was pissed. I'm going to cycle my power cleans. I pick the first one up. I'm about to drop it. He walks right under my barbell and knocks his own shoulder out.
Okay.
Hold on one second.
I looked at him. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm fine. Get out of the way." And he apologized profusely. And I was like, "Dude, stop." Then he went to go to the bike. And I was just like, I was heated at that point because that was the 3rd time he had gotten in my way while working out. So my pet peeve is not fucking knowing your fucking spatial awareness in the gym.
It's not the first time you did that.
No, that's what I was told.
Can we relax
Oh,
on
really?
cuss words? Ryan's mom.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Sabina. She does say I cuss a lot.
Episode 1, she goes, "I didn't know you guys had such a dirty mouth."
Colorful language.
I'm like, "Whoop."
Oopsies.
Okay,
You
so
should have saw the explicitness on
Yeah.
it.
thank you for the dramatization of
You're
that.
welcome.
Yeah, it was so
I know how to tell a story.
unnecessarily
How
dramatic.
dare you?
That was a build up to like,
to quite the
What?
sweet, to
No,
quite
sorry,
the
it was
sweet
such a
release.
big build up for just like.
LA was meant for you. Ryan, go.
I don't know
yeah,
that I.
you do, yeah.
I don't know that I have like any like aggressive like.
Okay, well, it doesn't have to be Eric aggressive.
Well,
Yeah.
Like then.
I get like annoyed about like within the gym. I get annoyed about a lot of things, but I've also just accepted that most people are pretty stupid. So the bar is literally low for where I view most.
It's like when they drop an empty bar.
I hate that.
Yeah,
too.
I mean like drop an empty bar, but more so I laugh because I was like, of course you would do something stupid like that, or like
you
the
look
count-
at
the
You
count-
accepted it.
the countless times that people load up weights on the
Oh.
on like the platforms and unload one side and the bar flips over.
Mm-hmm.
That's happened
Mhm.
a lot actually fairly recently. And I look at it like stupid.
Idiot.
I always like, because
Heavy condescension laughs come out of me a lot.
I always, have to do it by myself. I always do like that check. Like I'll hold it there
Kind of like
and I'll
pick it
just
up a
make
little bit.
sure that it's not going
Oh,
to
yeah.
do it, and then I'll load it. Because usually I am by myself.
Yeah.
But why are you taking off like
All of the plates.
all of them at one time? Like, and obviously, yeah.
It's because they're used to doing it on the racks.
Well, like you said, people are stupid too.
Well, yeah. I mean, the thing that I realize is like, a thing that I realize the more that I coach is there's a lot of like nuances to etiquette that is just, for a lot of people who have been around a gym long enough, have either messed up on their own and realized that they shouldn't do that, but there's a lot of like unspoken etiquettes that
Mhm.
happen.
That's true.
And so a lot of the like fuck ups that happen inside the gym is because either someone's never told them or they haven't made the mistake yet. Because for whatever reason we just don't
Exactly.
talk about it.
I do that a lot with like weightlifting with Jason. He has a lot of rules. Like he's pretty rough, but obviously I have a lot of success with him. But he has like rules that you don't know you've broken them until you've broken them.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And you're
yeah.
like, got it. Like, and
Won't do that again.
My anxious
Lesson
ass
learned.
mind is like, I'll carry that to my deathbed. Like I will
I'll
remember.
never forget.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, that's true.
What? Real quick. What are his thoughts about stepping over the barbell?
I don't know because I do it.
Uh huh.
I've seen him do it.
He does do it. Okay. Because I know there's some coaches who are like, don't step over the barbell.
Okay, so let's do
I
some
didn't
of
touch
his
it with my foot.
unspoken rules. 'Cause they're fun.
Let's go.
1, no cussing.
I'm
That's
fucked.
true,
That's just I think that's a personal thing for him.
No, yeah. He's got, and like, you know what? I'm paying the man.
He's a wholesome Christian boy.
Yeah. I got it. Like, I watch my mouth all the time. With my kids, it's not hard.
Right. True.
Don't put your foot on the barbell.
Makes sense.
And that's just because of the new comp rule, too.
Oh yeah, right.
is you
Yeah,
literally
that's right.
get-
You can't touch it with your foot. Yeah.
Right. Fucking Rogers, poor girl.
Oh, DQ.
Yeah. What? They're just like, no phones. Cannot be on your phone.
Makes sense.
I mean, a lot of them make sense,
Yeah.
but like, he's
I got yelled at by my Oli coach. He was
he's
like,
pretty strict.
"You're resting too much because you're on your damn phone." I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I put that away.
That's why we have books, so we're not on our phones.
Yeah.
It's like
He would fire me so fast.
there's like your platform has to have like it's got to be really like neat too, which is like duh, but you know we have a really kind of a big team, and there's usually 3 people to a platform, and like you can't just have like, oh, I'm eventually going to get to this weight, but I'm not there yet. Like you have to clean up after your stuff. If you're not using it, clean it up. And he goes, I don't really care if you're not going to share it, or like you have to share. I don't care how many times you have to move the weights out. I don't care.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, like you said, you have 3 to a platform. You get 2 bars on that platform at a time.
Sometimes 3.
Yeah.
No, he's just. I mean, that's just
It's
spatial
just-
consciousness
that's-
at that point.
Spatial awareness. Oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Fucking remember. Whoa.
So I'll go into my pet peeve.
Okay.
Do it up, girl.
Ish is next. Because it has something to do with this. So with our gym, you've got platforms, and then you have on the only one side has change plates. So my pet peeve is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth behind me or in front of me. Get your shit one time and get out. Because like I'm on the platform where all the barbells are behind me. You can't do that on a break. You have to do it when I'm setting up for a lift. It's just the back and forth that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like you need to prepare.
Yeah.
I always have every color that I need for the change plate.
Because you know you're going to use them.
Yeah, and if I don't, okay, but I'm not going to go and interrupt anybody. That's just
Absolutely.
on my mind.
I think the weight, like, I'm confused by some of the weightlifters in not just like at our place, but in like other places with these like, I feel like people get funky with like distractions, the concept of distractions. So for us, for example, it's like workout in silence. Like nobody like walks 100 feet in front of somebody else.
Oh yeah, there's another
when they're like
another
doing
one.
things. And it's like, if that, in my head, I go, if you're going to be on a platform with a room full of people watching you, and like that is enough to distract you in a very controlled environment outside of like, in training, like we got bigger problems. So like that always like, it's weird to me.
Yeah. So there's another rule: working out in silence. It's horrendous, but I've gotten used to it.
Does everybody get excited when they're like, oh, Ryan's about to work out and replace the music?
Fuck yeah, man. Like when someone else is there, I'm like, well, okay. But when it's like packing up, the gym is done, and like everyone's gone home for the night, it's just dead silent.
Oh, that
You just hear me
7, 8
screaming at the
o'clock.
top of my
That's
lungs
on
when I
Mondays. I try to
squat.
leave the music playing.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I better
So-
go check. the
Well, that's why,
bathroom.
like, when we're in there, like
Yeah.
right after the noon class, like, we get in there, like, I'll go in, like, because they're lifting, and I just want to listen to music while I'm warming up. I just fucking put that thing on.
From all of us, thank you. So we lift in silence sometimes, and obviously we lift in like blaring ass music, but because a lot of the sanctioned meets, you can't have any music. So
Yeah.
it's like, you better be comfortable lifting in silence and get over it. Second, I've had times where he's like, you're not going to put down the garage so that light isn't shining directly into your goddamn retina.
Wow.
He said that to me before. He was like, figure it out.
I
I'm like-
I can. I can
I'm like,
just-
all right, we're lifting blind.
The solution is here.
Yeah, I have a solution.
Yeah.
It's
You
the
wanna
perfect
hear it, yeah.
solution.
Like if you're gonna be like
Science.
if you're gonna be competition like conscious when you're training, like that's never gonna happen.
There's no,
I know.
there's not gonna be any
So,
direct
like,
sunlight.
Fucking lifting.
There's a point of it where it's just being like,
Shit.
I get it. He comes from that hard ass like
Mhm.
lifting thing, or like mentality. So I could see him just being like a
Carry
being like
on shit.
yeah, just like being a contrarian because fuck you to some degree. Like he's like, oh yeah, suck it up.
Yeah, suck it up.
So my takeaway is you're gonna lift and suffer at the same time. You're not gonna bitch about it.
What if you wear sunglasses?
I don't want to. If he
I
yells
don't
at
think
me,
there's
if he
any
yells at
rules
me,
on that.
I've gone home plenty of times crying
I believe it.
because I'm sensitive. But in terms of like the distractions, it really doesn't bother me when people are back and forth. It doesn't bother any of us when people are back and forth because you're right. Because it's like you have to get over it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
It's only when we're doing like really like kind of PR conflicts where it's like, please don't walk in front of me.
Yeah,
You know what
like
I mean?
let the focus be there for.
Yeah, but
then
like regular training, whatever.
it's like you're warming up, and I'm like,
I feel like
let me wait for you to do your muscle snatches for your warm up.
I feel like
Right,
some of us already just know. Like if you know, you don't do it. I catch myself like stopping like, when you guys are lifting. Like I
But-
try not to do it, even if it's like normal training. I still
Yeah.
it's in my head like, oh,
Yeah,
don't cross.
but for us, usually it's like you can't stop it.
Yeah.
We are literally in front of the gym.
Yeah.
Like it's not. Yeah, it's not.
I think it's just for me. It's just like a muscle memory. Like, oh, okay, like shit.
How are people handling the Saturdays?
I've only been to one 7 a.m.
That morning.
Yeah, the morning.
Oh,
thing.
yes. You remember that?
Oh
That
my
was
god, there was like
so
48 people.
The
in
first day
gym.
that I walked in, I was like, "What is happening
Yeah.
right now?"
That was that same day, right?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
think-
first day that happened.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was expecting that many people. I think his intent was he's getting a lot of new people, which I wish
Good
him
for
all
him.
the success,
Yeah,
right? 'Cause he
absolutely.
deserves
Good for
it.
him.
But I think he's realizing that his competitive lifters are, you know, the tried and true. You don't have to hold our hand, but also we still exist. And he's really paying attention to the new ones,
Yeah.
and that's totally fine. But I think he realized he's like, I gotta give them a lot of attention.
Yeah.
So that 7 a.m. class was for competitors,
Oh shit.
and I'm like, some of the people, I'm like, you've never competed before in your life,
Do
you
they
know,
have plans to, or
no
Oh.
ideas.
You
But
think
when
it
I
was just a
should,
convenience at the time? Though?
I think
Probably-
so.
probably.
I think he should have been a little bit more like,
Clear about
this is who's
who can show
coming.
up,
yeah?
You know, but yeah, it was fun. Like it was sometimes when it's really chaotic in the gym, like for some reason it's like kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because I'm not coaching.
Well, yeah. There's energy. There's
Now
noise.
I'm-
There's
I actually had a really good time at the 7 a.m. It was kind of awesome,
Yeah.
like having that many people and the energy was
Mhm.
there. But yeah, it was a
chaos.
lot of people.
That day was fun.
It was a fun
was
day.
fun,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, but this man has me doing 6 days a week.
I thought. Wait. I thought you were down to 5. Oh no, you did a double. Never mind.
I did, last week he
Yeah.
goes 6 days this week.
Jesus.
And I'm like, and is anyone else on this program? He goes, no. I'm like, okay.
My special
Sounds
little
great.
lifter.
My
Special 6-day program.
He has that 5-day program for anybody, and no one's doing it. It pisses me off.
Yeah, everyone does like 3,
Yeah, what the
sometimes.
and
4.
how come I'm still there? Shouldn't my program be smaller?
Nope.
Okay.
Because you're good at it.
Yeah, you're too good.
If I'm
You
good
get
at
to
it, I
handle
should
more.
be out of there pretty quickly.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
No.
You get to do more
You're
now.
really
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It's like,
Suffer in silence.
yeah.
Yeah.
Suffer some more.
Yeah.
You're a great lifter.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Figure it out, bro.
Sorry.
No,
you're a
he
great
made me
lifter.
bawl my eyes out earlier this week.
Oh,
Or last week. He made me bawl my eyes out.
that sucks.
He doesn't know that, but
Yeah.
the world does now.
Now everybody does.
Yeah. I get really sensitive.
You?
Was it during all the heavy lifting? You guys were doing like, it looked like people were doing like max like 3s the other day.
I feel like that's just another day, to be honest. I just, like,
Jesus.
everything hurts
It's
all the
same.
time.
It just blends. It's
Oh.
one day.
Okay, so, all right. In hindsight, like maybe I shouldn't have asked for a spot for a friggin' seated press. Whatever.
So what you're doing today?
No.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But I was going for. I've never done a triple at 45 keys before, and I failed my last rep out of 3. So I asked him for a spot, and he literally was like, "For what?" And I was like, "For a seated strip press, please."
Please, can I have
Please.
spot, sir?
Toby has presented my so Toby is free.
And he goes, "For what?" And I go, a seated strict press, and he goes, I'm not spotting that. And I was like, and he goes, you're either strong enough to lift it or you're not. Oh my god, if my tail could have tucked between my legs anymore.
Would have slapped you in the face.
Yeah. I honestly, like, I went back and just, like, fueled by embarrassment, frustration, and sadness, just repped out those 3.
Oh my god.
And
Hit a 4th for good measure.
I called my mom on the way
I am
home.
strong enough.
I am strong. I'll show him. Fuck your spot.
And I did all my accessory in silence. And I shuffled home.
You called my mom.
I literally didn't give him a hug because I was so sad. And I thought he didn't want to hug me. And I called my mom on the way home. True story, I don't care.
That's fine.
Anytime I'm like maybe perceiving the slightest in trouble, I'm like, piece of shit.
Jesus.
You should hang out with my one client. You guys will vibe well.
Anyway, she's an anxious gal. Don't tell anybody. Thanks.
Thanks. Wait, Ish, what's your
gym pet peeve?
I
Mm-hmm.
want to say, I don't know, this one's hard to put because I know it's not the people's fault, but it's more of an issue, I guess. Like having to fucking teach a newbie literally during a class.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like, it's annoying. Like, and I get it, it's not their fault. It's just the way
We
it
talked
is.
about that.
Yeah. So
Just kind of sucks sometimes.
I feel like that's my biggest pet peeve, just because I feel like I have to give like an express version of whatever we're teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like my own worst critic, and you guys know that. So I feel like I'm not giving like the best, information. Not so much the information, but just like it doesn't help to be like 5 minutes to learn this.
Right.
It's
Rushing
like,
through.
yes, and then I feel bad because I'm like, fuck. If it was up to me, I'd be taking this much longer just to teach that.
I always tell people with that, I'm like, look, this is a very complex movement.
Mhm.
That's some people that have been here for a year still have to perfect. You're not going to get this
Mhm.
overnight. So
And you don't
Just
want
hang
to,
in there.
yeah, you don't want to destroy them, but also be
just hang in
straight-
there.
Yeah,
Be honest, yeah.
Be honest. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to them like, oh yeah, that's great. No, that was horrible actually. But,
You're not going to kill yourself.
yeah, exactly. So it's like that's the biggest thing. And I would say piggybacking off that is more like when people are late.
Okay, because I was going to say, what's the one that's not like our gym
Yeah,
specific?
yeah. So
Late.
late. Yeah, that shit's annoying. Like I get that it happens.
Yeah.
But then you're on your own to warm up. You're on your own for everything else. But it's like that's just pretty annoying, I would say.
I think if we ever have like an actual like coaches meeting, I think that's going to be the one thing I'm going to rally pretty hard against, or rally really hard for.
Yeah.
Is to actually like let's hold some like we got to hold people accountable to like tardiness because there's sometimes that it is aggressive.
I've made a couple people in the morning class when they showed up like 7 minutes late. I'm like, cool, you're doing, I don't know, 7 minutes of burpees. Not 7 minutes, but like they'll go on and on and on. I'm like, all right, cool, you're done. Go grab your bar. But
So I'm like not for punishment for lateness, but I do like we did this on my last gym. Was like if you were 10 minutes late, you need to go to the next class.
oh,
You
I
gotta go to
love
the next
advocating
class.
for that.
One of
love
my
it.
old gyms was if you aren't here for like within the first 7 minutes because that's usually when we would be done with the warm up, you can't take class.
Right, because that's a liability on our part.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like, so I think it's like 10 minutes. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is where we're coming from, and I also think there should be some grace. Like, first time, like, hey, just letting you know.
Next time. Yeah.
And Eric and I've talked about this in the past too, where it's like there's some of those people who like that they weren't trying to be late. There's the difference between the person who just moseys in and like sets their stuff down, doesn't even
or not even sets, just still has it on their shoulder and they're talking to everybody in there,
or doesn't even
not
like
being
try,
mindful of like, hey, I'm late.
Yeah.
Gotta get ready.
like they don't try to get ready for the warm up. They just sit down, kind of do their own
Oh,
thing.
good. They won't say anything.
If
Yeah.
I can look at a class and name exactly who I think is not going to come late, like on time, that's the issue, right? Like, that's the problem.
Yeah.
But like we were saying, like with the grace period though, like with the people, like there's somebody that comes to 6 and they're almost always on time. But there's like one time where like I saw them Like I could like see them sprinting in from the corner, like ran in, like slammed their shit down. They're like, "Where are you at in the warm up?" And then just like left, and then like they finished the warm up. And they're like, "Hey, I'm really sorry for being late." I was like, "Cool, I don't care. You're great. You
Yeah.
did exactly what you
Appreciate
should
the
have
hustle.
done."
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rather than
Mosey on in, let me talk to
trying
everybody.
Hey, I was here. No.
I've still got my
Fuck down
slides
my
on.
face, Yeah.
There's people in our morning that I have to like yell at,
Oh yeah.
where I'm like publicly humiliating you for not
Oh,
even
yeah.
attempting to be here to warm up.
Oh.
I'm like, just leave. Leave if that's what you want to do.
If you want to talk to them, wait till after the
Yeah,
class.
hang out
'cause
after
I'm
class.
over it.
I think that's literally just at our time.
I tried your method.
Of
Well,
public shaming.
I tried public shaming, and then I feel like I went a teacher route. Hold on. And half of the class, and I sat in silence while the other class was still jabbering about. Yep. Oh yeah, we folded arms and we looked at the other half of the class, and the other half was like, "Oh, are we moving on?" And we're just like, "We're just waiting on you."
So I think here's the hard part. When you're coaching, you can sometimes come across like critical.
Oh, 100%.
And y'all good?
My knees feel old, dude. My knees feel old as shit.
My knees be old.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. Bro, what are you
I'm
doing?
trying to get water. God damn.
Well, that was
Is it the holes in your pants? There's some new ones.
I call these the USS Indianapolis.
Oh my god!
Anyway, yeah, I think sometimes the hard part with you, Eric, is that you can what I perceive as jokiness,
Mhm.
even though like kind of within being serious,
Yeah.
comes across like critical,
Oh yeah.
and so it could be very dry and like curt.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, so not everybody will like take it that way. And I think that's why there's a specific person who gets their feelings hurt in the mornings.
I haven't yelled at that person in a while.
Probably for the better.
Yeah.
Um,
Ever since you told me that, I was like, cool, let me dial back.
so
Like a
I
lot.
think that's sometimes the issue.
Yeah.
Um,
I have a new one.
because I think I joke around enough, and because sarcasm is a second language for
Yeah.
me. So I think people have like gotten to understand that like I say serious stuff, but like they don't take it to heart.
Mhm.
So I can kind of like publicly shame without
Yeah.
anybody's feelings getting hurt for the most part.
Right.
I always come from like how I would take it because I'm such a sensitive little Sally
Mhm.
that I tried to get my point across without. I hate when people scold me.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate it. So I try not to do like scolding too much in terms of like lateness or whatever. Until the gym puts in some sort of rule.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think it goes back to that because there is no rule.
Yeah.
I think everyone knows like, oh, you can show up yet. Show up late, you'll be
I
alright.
hate that.
At the other gym, no.
Yeah.
I've seen it. And I'm like, oh shit.
At our past gym, I got yelled at for punishing
Like,
latecomers.
Yeah, we got in trouble
Yeah,
for
over there.
telling people
Yeah.
to be like, you need to be on time. To like,
Yeah.
let them show up when they show up.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, no.
No.
Yeah, there's a difference between like I don't like punishment because like we're all adults, and that's another form of scolding. But it's like if you're not here by X amount, you just gotta wait for the next class,
Yeah,
or like come back in the afternoon.
That's the way it's ran over there.
Yeah.
Like I've seen people show up 5 minutes later, they're like, all right, well, yeah, you got to go to the next one.
Yeah.
And I've never seen them bend the rule for that. And I'm like, okay, that's great because
Yeah.
I guess that's how it's ran here.
Well, once you make the rule, you have to enforce it.
Yeah.
Like that's
And
the
it's always,
big
yeah,
piece.
It's always been like that. I'm like, all right, cool. I think that's something for us. It's never been an actual.
It's
rule.
not strict.
Yeah.
Because like at the other gym that we had that rule, like because we had like a main area, and then there was kind of this like random offshoot that we would do. Like we would run like the personal training, or if people want to come in and do their own shit, they could.
Mhm.
And so it was like, hey, you missed class, you cannot join class, but if you want to go do shit, if you want to do this workout, you can do this workout. You're just going to be signed into the open gym now,
Mhm.
and you're just going to do it on your own over there.
But you're not gonna get coached.
But you're like, I might, if there's a point, like if I catch it, I'll like say something and yell into the corner. But it's you're not like
Right.
you're not getting coached.
Because
Yeah.
that's actually smart because you're like, I'm not liable for you. It's open gym.
Yeah.
And with open gym, you signed a waiver.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty smart.
So and it was just a way to kind of like it was a little bit of a way to appease people because we had very busy early morning classes like
Mhm.
5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m. were like some of our biggest classes, and so there was just sometimes people would run late, and it happens in the morning. But we also didn't want to be like, you just woke up at 4 in the morning. Some people were driving kind of far because they worked in the area.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've been up since 3 a.m. Like, here's a way that you can still work out without like having to be like, come back later because you don't start work for another 3 hours. Like, and you live 2 hours away. So, but we don't quite have the ability to do that.
No.
Outside of like hopping on a platform.
No.
But
We
then
have
it's
no
you're
space.
effectively back in class.
We just have open gym all over the place.
Yeah. Just always have an open gym.
Who said that? Just switch them up.
As an aside,
there's 2 spots.
I know you do it. I haven't seen you do it. So if you don't, tell those people to move. If you don't,
Oh, I do, yeah.
like,
Okay.
you're like, hey, we got class. You need to not be here.
It was that one day I should have said something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or,
It's not good.
or like, you can't, like, we got this equipment.
Yeah.
You got to use something.
But it was also a
Figure
big
it out.
class, and I know your emphasis was trying to get the timely run on it. So
I've been kind of like, not a dick, but like just to the barbell team, I'm like, look, 7 p.m., you guys have every right to be on the floor. Until then, if someone wants to do toes to bar on every goddamn bar in this gym, they have the right to, because this is their class. So you guys can't be stretching right there.
Yeah,
I'm
they
gonna
set
get
up
your ass
shop.
on-
They set up shop in the corner, and I'm
Mhm.
like,
Which, usually that's fine, but like,
It's usually empty because 7's small.
no,
Yeah.
it's the 6 a.m. still, 6 p.m. is still going.
True.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, if he wants to do anything anywhere, he can. And I was like, you guys need to stretch on the platforms. Like, I've specifically pulled people over. And I'm like, you need to stretch on the platforms.
yeah, or just like get closer to the platform. Like, just,
Well, even then, if you get closer, that's where, like, more people are. But, like, that back corner, I was like, nope. I was like, people need to use the restroom. People are trying to double under and
Yeah.
not hit
Yeah.
you.
Mhm.
You need to move, you know. So,
that's a fair point.
spatial awareness.
Yeah, it does come back to spatial awareness.
Doesn't it?
That's a big one. That's another morning thing that bugs me because I'm just like, guys, why are there 40 people in the back of the room? Get to the front of the gym now.
This morning,
I have to yell at people, be like, I don't care that you're like, if you got friends back there, cool. You all,
Bring them
all
up.
of them go up to the front.
this
The hell are you doing?
morning,
Oh, no.
up by the rowers,
Oh, God.
the 2 front spots were empty. 8 bodies in the back row. And I
Always.
go, cool, guys, there's 2 spots up there. Nobody moves. I move the plates from the middle to the rig because we're not using the rig. I grab a bar. I go, you're here now.
Mm-hmm.
You're here now.
Yep.
And then another one follows because he wants to be next to his buddy. Then they move up to the front. I'm like,
Just
cool.
move up.
Now there's 4 people in the back. Doesn't this feel more spacious?
No, I just,
So
yeah.
much room for
I'll just be like,
I know,
"You're-
right?
You're on this bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially like all the running and burpees, like that would be insane to have 11 people in the back of the gym.
And yet they want to do it all
It's so weird.
the
I
time.
think the only thing I'll say for that is that some spots on the floor are shitty.
Agreed.
Which is fair.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But
there's
but
a
that,
whole
yeah.
all the way down.
But it's not enough to
Yeah, no, I know.
ruin it that much.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
True.
Also, I was very, very stern with them this morning, and I told them, it's overhead squats. So when you drop your barbell or put it down,
You're gonna kill your friend.
do not, I told them, do not let that bar bounce left or right or away from you, or I'm going to be pissed and I will get in your face and let you know how mad I am because there are 18 of you, and I do not want anyone dying today.
Another way to die.
Nobody
Also-
dropped the barbell, it bounced. I was so happy.
Our poor plates.
Also that.
Please protect
Also
them.
that.
At
There was,
all costs.
there was no 10s today. No 10s dropped. So I was like,
That's a win.
at 6 a.m. anyway.
That's a win. I didn't see any in the afternoon. Then again, I didn't pay attention.
I used those 15s
What are you
today.
dying?
Attaboy.
And like even 15s are like
It gets iffy.
sketchy
Yeah.
too, you know.
I try not to drop them because they're also super bouncy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Sure.
they're not gonna be like on
Yeah.
a dead stop.
Nope.
Like the 25s are.
But
At
you do
at
bounce
best,
a
I
lot,
bring it to
yeah.
my hip and drop
Yep.
it down.
Yeah.
Or at worst, I guess.
95s are fine.
I'll bring it here and let it go, but like I'm hovering that. So if it
Yeah,
pops
you're
up, I'm
controlling
catching
it,
it,
so
and then
Mhm.
yeah. So nobody died today. Nobody let their bar bounce. I was so proud of them.
That's a win.
I thought this was gonna be another like.
No.
dramatic-
I was happy.
Okay, so I was like-
Harrowing
Like,
story
what happened?
of the trials
I
and
could,
tribulations.
you want me to dramatize that one?
We
No.
almost died.
That we were trying to get people to like. It was a process at my old gym to get people to do that, and we have this girl, and it's fine. I'm not gonna say her name, but we called her Wrecking Ball, and that was her nickname because we were warning people. We're like, hey, we got these new plates in. They're super bouncy. like if you're using a 10, 15, because the 10s were a little bit thicker, like you can't drop them overhead.
Right.
It was like during class, they were in the like the kind of side workout corner, the naughty room, and it was like during class you just hear this loud like, like what the hell was that? And we look over and she dropped the barbell, bounced like sideways through the wall, and so there's this huge hole in the wall from the barbell just being like speared into it.
Damn.
It was awesome. It was so funny.
That would be fun.
I think like one of the worst parts with a weightlifting comp is like lifting with new plates, not knowing how they bounce.
Oh
I
yeah.
fucking hate that shit. Because some of them like dead stop,
Yeah.
and some of them like we have like those Chinese plates.
Mm.
Oh my god, those go
Oh,
everywhere.
Yeah, those take off left, right. I
I
remember.
like when they don't bounce. Like when we're
Agreed.
at the comps, I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Agreed. I remember
Oh, wow.
Jason asked me, he's like, hey man, come in and lift with me. And I was like, real? He's like, well, I'm not gonna lift, but come in and lift with us. And I was like, okay. So I came in, lifted on the platform, was cleaning, and I went to go get the Chinese 20s, and he's like, don't use those.
Don't. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was like, don't use those. I go, why are they bad? He goes, do you want to lose a toe? And I was like,
Hey,
Yeah, we use
No.
those. We're not trying to be
Or toes.
right, exactly.
in this club.
Yeah,
That's a single person club.
right.
We're not trying.
Party
to
of one.
party of one.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
those,
no,
things,
he-
those things are
yeah.
squat plates only.
Yeah, he
live
warned
this
me.
Lifestyle.
There's also a
It's a
yellow.
lifestyle, it's a
There's
vibe.
also a yellow 15 that has like a bump in it.
Oh,
Is it the blue one?
No,
Oh,
no,
yellow.
it's a yellow 15,
Oh, I know
and
what
it's
you're
got
talking
like a
about.
bump. So if it
It's
hits the
ugly.
bump, it's going somewhere else.
It's
I've used that before.
like a
I.e.
roulette.
I.e.,
I remember when we
Please
got a
donate.
taste of the good life.
kilo plates.
No, you remember when he brought in his plates? Oh my god, those plates are
Those were sexy.
amazing.
what is it?
I
It
dream
made me
of
want to
Osaka
lift.
plates.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
They
I
were
was
like,
like,
ooh, they were plastic. Oh,
they were so good.
They weren't the Penlay
I have
ones.
a video of me
No,
lifting
the
with those. I'm
Saka.
like, wow.
Oh, okay.
You lifted with us?
Yeah, I was lifting
Oh.
at that point. I was like, oh wow, these plates. Holy
serene.
shit.
That's what he has at his house.
Just dead stop
It
plates.
got me close to be like, hey, maybe I should weight lift.
Maybe I should be a weightlifter.
Maybe. I've wanted to give it a try. Why not? I suck at lifting, so.
How many times have I like, oh, lift with us? You're like, no. I'm like, all right, sick.
You just said it yourself. Jason's scary.
That's fair. That would be
Yeah.
a good deterrent.
It's not that scary.
Okay, but the
See,
fact
but
that,
you're
like,
not you're not as
Jason-
sensitive, Sally. Like,
Yeah,
what'd
what
you
if
say?
he
Sensitive
says
Sally?
like, hey,
I'm a
pretend you have 10 toes? I was like, whoa, shit, dude.
You need to lift.
Damn.
You're lifting
Well, what
with-
if he said drive through your toes?
Exactly.
You're lifting
I was
with
just like,
5, I need
Jason,
10.
I can't. He goes, well, act like you have them. I'm like,
You know what he said? You know what he'll
fuck.
say? Figure it out.
I'm like, dude,
Perfect.
I would pull off my shoe right then. Like, fuck you.
I'll
No.
slap you with the loose end of my
Nah,
sock.
I don't even
right
think
now.
I would do that. I'd be
Yeah.
scared. Like,
Yeah.
right. Well, I probably do.
I'll figure it out. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
I have 2 actually.
So my anxiety is going off because Jason invited you to lift.
Yeah.
Like, why not me?
Oh.
Probably because
I'm gonna go home about this.
No,
like, I'm
because
literally.
well,
gonna
it was
take
probably because
You're on a
Eric was
6-day
at the
program.
gym and Jason was working out, and
Also
and it was like just opportunity
It
was
wasn't
there.
like you hit him up.
Yeah, he
like,
was-
hey,
he wasn't
like,
like-
I don't have his number.
He
It's
wasn't
not one
like,
of those
hey-
like.
All right, I
Yeah,
feel-
he didn't like hop on the phone at like 8 o'clock. He's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, Eric,
sends
what are you
it.
doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
Do you wanna? I don't know.
Yeah.
You wanna lift? You wanna work out with me,
Yeah.
maybe?
No,
Like,
it
I'm not
wasn't
gonna
anything
lift, but
like that.
I just want to be around you."
Maybe one of these.
I do feel a little better.
No, but I was literally just like, I dropped my stuff off, and he goes, "Hey man, you want to lift?"
I know, but
But I'm not
like, I wish
lifting.
I wish you would talk to me that way.
What if he just wanted to?
Because
Like, yeah, I
you,
want to coach
because you
somebody
show
right now.
up to
Like, fuck
lift.
it.
That's like
He knows what I'm there for.
he
Yeah,
knows what you're
exactly.
there for.
Yeah.
Because
I
he
haven't-
asks me a lot too, where he's like, "You lift this day?" I was like, "Not with you." He's like, "All right."
Nope.
No, because I don't want to do it.
I like music and headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like music and.
Oh
more
my
than
god, I
3
did
reps.
lift in silence that day.
Mhm.
Oh
Serial
my
killer
god.
shit. That's
Wow,
what it is.
Good for you.
Oh, ugh.
Because we need. Well, we don't need it, but we thrive off music.
I was just thinking about that. I lifted in silence.
Because I wouldn't.
And the only reason I know that is because I recorded myself on my phone instead of my phone being plugged into the
Mhm.
damn radio.
Mhm.
Mm.
See, but I
He
think
tricked me.
you guys listen to music too loud.
How dare you?
It kills me how loud it is when
But you also need it more quiet.
You do. 'Cause you're doing the
I like background noise, but even like when we've worked out in the past, I'm like, guys, this is so fucking loud. Like I can't even think.
I need to
I just
feel
said I
nothing.
thrive off music. Like, give me every fucking
I
beat
need
I
to
feel like that's
feel
the point.
nothing.
Is we're trying not to think.
Yeah. Like I shut off my brain. I lose. How many times do I lose count? Or I look at the workout. What was that? Oh, it was smaller
Yeah.
than that. I'm like, oh, I did more than I should have.
Bad example. Eric's like a weird idiot savant when it comes to like workouts. Like I'll say it to him once.
He showed it to me, and I wrote it down on the board without looking back at it.
we would do this like while like in the before times we would do these like Saturday like group comp stuff when I was training for like competing for CrossFit, and I would like read it off to him
once
and like one time. And we would like go and do something else. I was like, oh, fuck, what is it? And he'd be like, oh, we're gonna do this with this time. He's like, we're gonna be this way, then this thing. Then you're gonna do this. And I'm like, how the fuck do you remember that?
Yeah, that's true.
So
you do remember that.
He's a bad example because he's good.
No, I mean me. Like I'm terrible. Like I think it was a workout where it was like 12 of this, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did 14. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, was that our deadlift workout?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was. And I'm like, oh, I did extra reps.
Yeah.
Fuck. And then I think it was well, you actually had one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bench press.
Yes.
Yeah, Mr. I can do 4 instead of 3.
What an idiot that
With
was.
3-second pause.
At 75%.
That was hilarious. And then you learned. Yeah, but no, for me it's common for me to like.
Well,
not
also
read.
because Camilo called you out, and that upset me. Not that it was like aggressive, but I was just like, this motherfucker, don't call him out.
No,
And
it's
then so I did it, and I was like,
it's always been an ongoing.
I was like, Camilo, 1, 2, 3.
The thing is, it's
4.
funny, yeah.
It's nothing negative.
I love
Oh, okay.
Cam.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, he called me.
No,
out,
like,
and
I was
like,
joking with him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cam's the best.
He's
No,
hilarious.
he's awesome, yeah.
When we were working on Friday, he kept slapping the kettlebells out of my hands. I was like, bro, stop it.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna beat you.
He
Yeah.
walked
does
up.
that to me, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that day I was like, oh, okay, like just jokingly. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well, let me hold this for 4 seconds instead.
And then so Ish and I did ours, and then I walk over and I'm counting his, and I go 1,000. Oh, that wasn't 2 seconds either. And he just got up and started laughing.
It's so good.
I feel bad sometimes because they'll tell me like, oh, you're going to RX. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, and then he does it. I'm like, dude, you're dying. And I'm just like.
He walked up to me the other day. He goes, "Where's Frankie?" I go, "Oh, I don't have him this week." He goes,
Oh, is that what you?
"Okay, don't talk to me."
I know, like we don't.
Yeah, why are you
we're
here
not
then?
Coming for you.
I got that. I got that all week except for this morning.
Is that what you told him? Hey, Frankie's not here or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's like a huge drop in attendance.
Pretty much. It's like, oh,
People start knowing
No one
just
shows
what the
up.
schedule looks like.
God. Is he here today? No.
nope. All right,
Eric's here.
signing out. Yeah.
What? You gotta go?
Oh, okay.
Cool. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
I've already talked about peeing on the platform and doom scrolling, so I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You got your stuff.
I already had to be edited once, so.
I gotta pee.
Oh, and you did your whole like, don't fucking
Yeah,
edit
don't
my shit.
Fucking with my
So-
I had my rant.
very
filled
cathartic.
out.
It was a good one, yeah.
Absolutely. I've been holding that in, guys.
Good. I'm glad you let it out.
Good job.
Yeah. Put your mic on your mouth.
Toby is free.
Oh,
All right, fun sign off stuff. Eric, where can people find us?
You guys can find us on our Instagram at another_rep_podcast, or you guys can email us at anotherreppodcast@gmail.com.
You can also text or call us at 530-podcast. Don't forget we have a phone number if you're wanting to hit us
Are you
up.
for real?
Yeah. Somehow we got podcast.
Yep.
Real
We
quick
lucked out.
before we leave.
Like
yeah,
one
actually,
or 2, 3 people.
you get a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun every now and then. But then, like, if it's somebody who always emails us, they'll just text us.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're a frequent emailer, they also have our phone numbers.
Yeah.
Also, hi to Ryan's mom.
Also,
Yeah,
hi,
oh,
Mommy.
Hi.
Hey, we're gonna be we're taking a family trip in California and Labor Day. So, Sam, if you want to come say hi, you're welcome to come down. Say hi to my
Let's
mom.
do it.
My mom would legitimately love to meet you.
Do it.
I'll be
Eric's
there.
coming down.
I'll be there.
Because my mom later goes, she's like, do you think Eric would maybe drive down? I was like, I'm sure if he's free.
You know, carpool?
I'm down. I'm down.
I just want to. I'll take my camera.
Yeah. Let's go to San Diego.
We'll record this.
Oh, yes. I also
Start your travel vlog.
I also schmoozed, and I was like, I'm going to bring your mom flowers.
You cuss too much. She
I-
already named her favorite. It's me.
Look, my mom won't pick favorites like that. She will literally attempt to make both of you feel the most special.
All I know is
She's awesome.
I'm the other son.
Cool.
Okay.
That's crazy. Cool.
And you can listen to us wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.